happening? Welcome to yet another episode of Ask Britt Shit. Where did that even come from? I don't know. Hi, hello, wonderful to see you again. Hope you're awesome. And here comes the awkwardness. First it's the accent and then it's the awkwardness. It's like guaranteed in every fucking video I make. You're welcome. As always, I have my Gentleman Jack, and I am again drinking out of my Gentleman Jack glass because I'm fancy like that. And yes, shall we get on with the questions in my quest to get through 7 pages of questions? It's a fun quest. I do enjoy this one quite a bit. Our first question comes from RMGBTV, and they ask, what is your favorite donut? If I could raise one eyebrow right now, I would do that. What is my favorite donut? But I can't. Traditional glaze, something more fancy. Maybe you're just not a donut kind of person at all. I have not eaten enough donuts in my lifetime. That is something I can admit that I have failed really, really hard at in my life. I need to eat more donuts. You know, I like the appearance of fancy donuts. Like, I think they look really pretty and fancy and they look delicious. But at the end of the day, just a regular glazed donut tastes the best. It always has. That's just my humble opinion. Anyway. Our next question comes from Christopher Harris. I don't know why I just took a drink. What is your favorite Twisted Metal sequels? By sequels, dear Christopher Harris, I'm going to assume you just mean Twisted Metal game besides the first one? I don't know, but I am going to answer your question. My favorite Twisted Metal game ever is Twisted Metal 2. I just think it's a really awesome game, and I know a lot of you agree with me, and for that I thank you. Follow Twisted Metal 2, I would say Twisted Metal 3? Am I thinking of 3 or 4, you guys? What one am I thinking of? Okay, I just looked at some cover art to refresh my memory. Twisted Metal 2 is my favorite, followed by... it's either... I can't use original Twisted Metal. So Twisted Metal 2, Twisted Metal 3, I was not a fan at all of Twisted Metal 4. And then after Twisted Metal 4, I never really got into Black. Or what was the other... Wasn't there another one? I'm not even entirely sure. But Twisted Metal 2, I know like the back of my hand. I play that game probably a couple times a year, every year with my dad. It's kind of a fun tradition we have because we would co-op through the game all the time. He was always Axel. I always cheated and was Minion. You know, that's... is it L1 up, down, left? Isn't that the code for Minion? I don't know. Now I gotta look. Yes, that was it. So, it's not funny how certain, like, memory, it's like, I guess when you play guitar, I don't know, I don't play guitar. It's like the memory's, like, in your fingers. So if I just, like, imagine myself, like, holding a controller, I can just, like, input all the codes, like invisibility, rear fight, mine, temporary shield. Oh, God, those are the days. I need to play that game again. I should do a Let's Play with my dad and I playing Twisted Metal. I think that'd be fun. Can you tell that I'm, like, sweating? Freaking sweating. It's 60 degrees in Washington. And it's fucking hot. It's a little unbearable. 60 degrees and I'm freaking hot. I'm not one for heat, friends. Nuketown City asks, have you ever lost a game you love and been devastated? It's been a bad week. Super Metroid and Magic Sword seem to have run away from home this week. I weep for the future. Oh no! That sucks. No. I never brought my games anywhere besides like my family's house, like maybe my cousin's house, but I was always so protective of my games, and I still am to this day. I'll admit it. I really have to love you if I'm gonna let you borrow one of my games. I don't know why. These are like my children. All these games behind me are my children. Modest Guitarist asks, have you ever played Sega? I don't think I've ever heard you talk about Sega. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've answered this, but because I am partaking in my quest to get through all 7 pages, I'm gonna answer it again. Yeah, I did. I grew up with a Game Gear. That was kind of like that, my Game Boy were the go-tos, and I loved the Game Gear so much because of the backlit screen, despite like the 5-minute battery life. Loved taking it camping, just awesome. Besides the Game Gear, I did have a Genesis, and I did play Sonic on that quite a bit. Sonic, Echo the Dolphin, Family Feud, Crystal's Ponytail. I think those were kind of my main games. I don't remember playing much else on the Sega. And of course, I did have a Dreamcast, and I played primarily Skies of Arcadia. Oh, it's such a good game, one of my favorite games. Oh my god, it's so good. Skies of Arcadia, and then Crazy Taxi. Those were kind of like, Oh no, and then Sega Marine Fishing, I think is what it was called. It was an awesome fishing game, and it came with a little like fishing reel peripheral. I know I've talked about this before, but hey, here it is again. I do own a Saturn. I just got it maybe 5 years ago-ish, but I haven't. I got a Sega Saturn with Panzer Dragoon Saga because it's one of my aunt's favorite games, and she's always like talking about it. So I still need to get to that one of these days. But let's see. Yeah, other than that though, I've had a lot of really good memories on Sega consoles. Like I said, growing up with the Genesis, loved playing Sonic on that thing. I mean, on the Game Gear, loved playing Sonic on it. Backlit screen, hello. Loved playing Sonic on the Genesis. Crystal's Ponytail, stupid fucking platformer where you're a horse, but you got to choose the horse's colors, and it was so good. Family Feud, had a lot of fun playing that with my friends and my family, and then a Dreamcast. Yeah, so you know, everything I've played on a Sega console has been like really memorable. Yeah, that was a really long rant about Sega. Huh. Alright friends, I need to wrap this one up because I am overheating. It's hot in this room, second floor. Like my legs are sticking to my chair, and I don't think that's supposed to happen, but it's happening. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.